Wonderful morning to everyone. This is pre-market outlook for the date 13th of January 2026. Did you all feel the magic of that 25,740? See, this was actually a third attempt it has taken and rebounded without closing consecutively 2 days in a row above the level of or below the level of 25,740. Despite it has actually gone below to the level of 25,600, almost near to the 500, the NIFTY went yesterday. See the magic of that 25,740. It could not make the NIFTY to close below to that point second day, which was yesterday. So comfortably, the rebound was happened and closed with a resilience, with a strong buy and dip strategy working out. What is the magic there? For that reference, we have shared the historical based proof that was through the way of the report we have taken during the December, and no, that was actually even during the September itself we have started giving that levels. But anyhow, during the November, exactly on the 10th November for the entire week, we have predicted the further levels, action strategies based on the 25,449 and 25,740. First time it was happened on November 7th, and second time November 11th. The 25,449 given a cushion and given a chance for rebounding for the NIFTY. There onwards, it went till the two or three, we can say, all-time high marks happened. So that's 11th of November's one was very crucial, even though the point actually given below the level of 25,500, it has rebounded without closing below to that level, and there onwards the upward rally only continuously occurred. Like that way, yesterday, when it was actually trading around 25,700, we have been actually recommending the NIFTY options call at that time, and which got achieved immediately. Anyhow, that where only the rebound actually really started and went till it is reaching above the level of 25,700. So the comfortable close was happened. It has not given up these 25,740 on the closing basis in the daily candle consecutively. Despite it closed below to that point last Friday, it actually not made the second consecutive close below to that point on Monday yesterday. This was the beauty of the behavioral research, the outcome, what you are feeling, experiencing, that was the proof against the research on behavioral basis, what we are providing. So that was the thing we wanted to share happily with you. Because of that rebound happened, the market again showed off the resilience it is actually having intact, and because of that, the probability for making further highs are on cards now. But for that day, today is very, very important because the India-US trade tariff-oriented negotiations based talks are going to be happened or are going to be held today. In the outcome of the in today's meet or today's deal, what it is going to give for us will direct the markets further, whether to move based on the earlier proof and behavior, whether to move continuously higher through the way of rebounding started yesterday, or otherwise, if it is not favorable one for our from the deal, what the talk is going to happen, it may be again trying to close below 25,740. That is having very less chance because the positivity is only surrounding here. Even though we want to discuss that also, that the closing below, again the same concept is going to apply. The closing below 25,740 is required consecutively 2 days in a row. Even though if it is closing again with a shorter time frame, last Friday it has closed 1 day and it could not close yesterday. And again it is closing in case it closes below the 25,740 means the chances for downward drift with some nervousness about the retail oriented participations will be happening. There we can see the downward drifting towards 25,449 or 25,365. That is also one of the level. So October 15th high and low. In that point 365, 25,365 is also going to act. Note a level what are all the things we are actually discussing. Please mark it and act accordingly, because the yesterday also we have mentioned these levels and that was actually perfectly respected. Today the 25,449, 25,365 and all will be keeping the Nifty busy with cushion or support towards making the new high in the sense that recently visited highs and all can be easily met. If so, that 25,900 can be easily breached again, retested again, until it is holding 25,740 as on closing basis support and 25,449 on breaking basis support. That's it. Today we can see the range bound action mostly will be dominating on the Nifty side. The opening will be a quite soft manner, and this flat to positive opening would be very essential for making the Nifty to retain the yesterday's behavior based actions and of course the levels also. So the opening trend would be eyeing for constructing with a strong base, even though there is some expected volatility and that will be driving the most of the day's market. Anyhow, the swing between 25,700 to 900 would be taking care of the Nifty's maximum construction for the day's behavior. And once either side of range is getting broken, means there onwards we can see the volatility will be getting increased with a buy on dip strategy today that can be easily or that can be adaptively we can experience today. So that break below 25,700, if it is happening for the day, during the day, we can see 25,600 would be acting as interim, any minor support we can say. But anyhow, 25,500 to 449 will be acting as a core one. And on the higher side, we can see if they break out of 25,900 is going to happen, means 26,000 as the core resistance point, the Nifty will be aiming to break again. So that are all the levels based on the range we have mentioned here. If the range, either side range is getting breached. Positionally, of course, as long as the Nifty is holding about 25,740 without giving below to that point for the consecutive 2 days in a row, means of course the buy and dips will be the hero in this positional strategy, and that will be, as it has proved already, it will be acting as a attractor or a consumer of the buying or demand zone of the buying so side we can see, and where onwards we can experience, as like in the previous session or more than that also, experience a bounce towards new highs also on the cards. So this is for positional based trading strategy. For the day, that sectors which had actually mainly because of we used to tell that metal sector will be the genius whenever it requires, it will be giving hands, or in the way of correction it is market is getting, means it will be the first sector to be pulling down the market, like we used to tell many times. In that manner, the metal started providing support in yesterday's one, even though the biggies or heavyweights like bank and finance started it. So the metal will be the key point today in moving the market, particularly on the upside. Then finance bank can be added because of the heavyweights and the interest towards giving a short covering based rally in these particular sectors. And energy can be added because it has not shown any resilient based reversals or rebounds, which may be expected today, starting with the OMC sub BPC, HPL like the companies, along with the Reliance also somewhat we can expect. IT it may be the hit for the industry or the sector we can expect. Even though the dismal results, more than the prediction what we have made, the dismal point in number of profitability, that means net PAT and the sales happened higher than that. Anyhow, this would be denting the momentum on the IT stocks, particularly these resulted stocks like TCS and HCL Technology. That may be an opportunity for the short-term traders to accumulate or even enter at the TCS and the HCL Technology kind of shares, because the temporary downside only we can expect. All the negativity based on the result expectation and other things and all have been already discounted. Don't make today's actually dent if it is or a downside if it is happening on these stocks will not be a continued one. It may be used as an opportunity to invest or accumulate. Other than that, the today's stock in the IT, including Tata Elxsi and several mid-cap stocks also, will be eyed to run the or move the IT industry or IT sector-oriented movements against the predictions on HCL Technology, TCS, even though there. Finally, it is realty sectors which had somewhat tried to come up out of the negative territory, but anyhow, the follow-through buying was not that much there for the real estate oriented stocks. We can expect some continuity in the efforts and the journey towards moving or bouncing back to the previous highs and all may be happening today. So that should be in focus. From this stocks front, including the news-based one like earnings from the TCS, HR Technologies, and the behavior-based one from JSW Steel, and business update from Adani Energy, KP Green Engineering, and Anand Reddy Wealth. All the stocks are primarily listed out for making your enhanced trading opportunities through the utilization of these amongst many available. Anyhow, the stocks what are all here mentioned, that is based on the priority. Many stocks are available for trading and finding. That will be in the way of recommendation we will be giving for you. From the results corner side, we can see the important results from companies like ICICI Prudential Life Insurance and ICICI Lombard General Insurance. Both the insurance business update from the ICICI group is going to be out today, along with the Tata Elxsi, Bank of Maharashtra, and Just Dial companies. So these are all the core result-oriented companies we can focus. Even we can take an opportunity to trade based on the predictions we have made on the results. Keeping stop loss, particularly this kind of very heightened volatility trend, is essential to make your capital protected as well as enjoying a balanced risk and reward. So that's it from today's discussion about pre-market. We can meet again in tomorrow's one. This would be the day for deciding the trend of rest of the week, even rest of the month, we can say, because the trade deal between India and US will be going to make the trend clear, which is our hope. Enjoy the day. Have a fortune trading day. Thank you for participating in today's session.